Giddy Gang Show on Cigar Nation TV. It's the Giddy Gang Show on Cigar Nation TV. And we're coming to you live from CB Getty. It's the Giddy Gang Show.
Giddy Gang Show.
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 It's the Giddy Gang Show on Cigar Box Nation TV. Welcome back to the Giddy Gang Show, everybody. We are glad to be with you here today. Got Danny Woodman to my left and Mr. Nick Lanciano up here floating above our heads. A fine chapeau, as usual.
I'm also to his left on the screen.
What?
Said I'm to your right, but I'm to your left
I
on the
can't
screen.
tell. But anyway, we're all three on screen here, and we're glad you're with us. Sorry about the last minute cancellation of last week's show. We just had a little too much going on here in the land of Giddy. Finishing up some reorganizational type stuff. But hey, we're back this week and we've got what promises to be a solidly mediocre, no, a great show for you, I hope. Got a few good things, some videos out of the archive chest. Nick dug deep, find some good stuff in there, and some other things too. So thank you for being with us. This would be the point of the show where I turn to Glenn and say who we got out there with us right now. But since I've got the screen and you don't, I will say hello to Sue Messias, Mike Chris, Tom Petrie out there, Edward Todd Spiegel. Good to see you. Jim Burt, hope you're still on the road to recovery there, Jim, and doing well.
I saw he's going back to barbering on Tuesday.
Well, that wasn't a very long retirement. But hey, gotta stay busy. Bill Nolan out there, Rick Flink, John Matrician. Good to, hey, John made a show. Good to see you, Tom Schaefer. Our buddy Shaq Collins over there in Shacksonville, UK. All right, so the first thing, got a couple of announcements. Announcement one, we have several Cigar Box Guitar Festivals coming up, but the closest one, of which I am aware, is the 4th annual Ozark Cigar Box Guitar Festival. It's put on by the Benton County Tourism Board down there in Warsaw, Missouri. And they're going to be going August 1st and 2nd down there in Drake Harbor in Warsaw, Missouri. Got all sorts of performers lined up. I'm fairly certain AJ Gaither is one of them. I couldn't find a performer list on their website, but we've got a link for you that Nick may be able to paste in there from the script where you can get more information if you're in the area there of Warsaw, Missouri. You can skedaddle on over there and see yourself some festival. And of course, about a month and a half from now, we've got the fourth annual, I think, Georgia International Cigar Box Guitar Festival, put together by Mr. Rusty Taylor. He says, thus far, all systems are go. With any sort of event like that, of course, we're playing it all by ear these days, and who knows what the future holds, but for now, at least, by God, it's going to happen. So we're glad about that. What you been up to, Dan? Been riding any trains or?
No, I did buy an interesting train book I meant to tell you about.
I've been working on a train song lately.
Yeah.
One I've told you about. I don't think I've ever sung it. It's a Utah Phillips song, Daddy, What's a Train?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
I think I've almost got it right up here in my brain hole, but a couple of not really announcements, but just notes and tidbits. Today, July 17th, would have been my grandpa, Irvin Baker's 94th birthday. So we'll send a happy birthday off to him, and certainly thinking of him on this day and most days. And also last Saturday, the 11th, was the 1-year anniversary of the passing of my good friend Charlie Boyle, whom we often mention here on the Giddy Gang Show. Several weeks back, we did a little singing session at Charlie's picnic table.
Had a couple of beers for Charlie.
Which now, well, it turns out here, seeing as how I'm gonna do a song for Charlie, I had to have a can of Budweiser, because that was Charlie's drink was cans of Budweiser, and by conservative estimates, they think that probably around 50,000 cans of such passed through his beer holder.
I believe it.
And the Anheuser-Busch families certainly appreciate it. Whoa, that's good stuff right there.
Hey, it's made out of rice.
Made of rice, what could go wrong?
Gluten-free.
No adjuncts. So anyway, I got a little song for Charlie here that I wrote. In the key of C. Danny's gonna get his C harp out here and help me out a little bit. This guitar, actually, this time clock guitar, I took this down to the greenhouse a few times and played it. But I'll tell you of a friend of mine about his greenhouse too. He was the kind of man that you'd know if you knew. Loved by many in these parts, he was ornery, kind and loyal. He was a special friend of mine, the cutter Charlie boy. Charlie lived his days out by his own set of rules. Worked hard when he had to, didn't waste much time on fools. And those that came to love him well, we'd stop down now and then to drink a few beers, shoot the breeze with our friends. God love you, Charlie boy. You live by your own rules, your fingers in the soil. And you welcomed us into your home through good times and bad. Never will forget you, the best friend we've ever had. Now the greenhouse, it was filled with stories, jokes, and songs. And you knew you'd be welcome if you wanted to sing along. Through the dust, dirt, and wood smoke, we greet our friends and kin. Was a special kind of place like nowhere you've ever been. God love you, Charlie boy. You live by your own rules, your fingers in the soil. And you welcomed us into your home through good times and bad. Never will forget you, the best friend we've ever had. Sorry. Well, Charlie, we miss you, but your memory lives on. We won't forget the good times, the stories and the songs. And your spirit, it goes on with us, the ones who love you so. Take your memory with us, wherever we may go. God love you, Charlie boy. You live by your own rules, your fingers in the soil. And you welcomed us into your home through good times and bad. We never will forget you, the best friend we've ever had. No, I never will forget you, the best friend I've ever had. That's one of several songs I've written about Charlie and the greenhouse and all of that. And so, never will forget him, that's for sure. Alright, now we got that out of the way. Got some new products to talk about, some new things at CB Giddy that have been added this week. We had a little bit of a a hiatus there of adding new products and such, but we got some things in the pipeline. We've been getting them through this week, and I've got most of them to my right, your left. I'm going to be showing them off a little bit. Most of them were featured in yesterday and today's newsletters that we sent out, so if you get those, you'll already have seen these. So I'm going to start with we relisted the 10 packs of random cigar boxes. Most of them more like amp sized, although honestly we fit a lot of wider, flatter ones in there too. So 10 cigar boxes, random sizes, shapes, colors, styles. Actually, pretty much all the boxes have more than 10 in them. If we had extra space, we'd put them in. And you can get those shipped free in the U.S. for 10 plus boxes for $39.99. Or for an extra $10, just this week, I finished up a new publication, which is called the Cigar Box Craft Book. And in this, I step through pretty much all of the main things you can make from cigar boxes. Of course, there's some instruments, amplifier, guitar, ukulele, diddly bow, kalimba, but there's also things like purses, tambourine, gift boxes, lamps, wall mount shelves, games, all sorts of funky clocks in here. Pretty much all of the different stuff that we either made here at CB Giddy from cigar boxes, or at least learned about making from cigar boxes. And it's all summed up with a lot of how-to steps and such in this book. So, Cigar Box Craft Book. So you can get that 10 to 13 pack of cigar boxes and the book for $49.99 with free shipping in the U.S. And let me tell you, a box of cigar boxes that big, it costs something to ship. So
Some of them have extra goodies.
yeah, a lot of them have extra goodies. So that's one new thing that was added this week. Another thing is what we're calling the Redbone Hound Dog Stubby Guitar Slide. It's sized for cigar box guitars. Can't see it against my red face. Sized, if you got big fingers, it'd be more of a pinky slide. On me, it fits onto my ring finger pretty well. And this is cow bone that's been dyed. They use a pressure-infused process to force the dye into the bone. And we just got these in, got them listed. They got a nice reddish hue to them, beveled edges, so they're nice and smooth, no sharp edges. And we've got these listed for $9.99. So a nice little new slide to add to your lineup. What else do we have? Oh, kind of excited about this one. If you follow my wife Dawn Baker's business, Craft of the Raven, you know she makes all kinds of awesome soaps and bath products and things. Well, we worked out. She did all the work. I just kind of consulted. Several new soaps. The Woodsman soap, it's got a nice smoky woodsy scent. Ben's Blend soap here, which features a fragrance blend that I kind of helped come up with. And then the Blues Bar soap, a nice blue and black. It's got a cognac and cigars scent to it, I believe. But anyway, we took those three new ones, plus the workshop soap we've had a while, plus the Miracle Wood oil, and the box ball. So pretty much all of these products that Mrs. Giddy creates for us, and we put together Mrs. Giddy's gift box. You get one of each, packaged in one of these beautiful Arturo Fuente 858 cigar boxes, which are great for amps and some of the other crafts mentioned in this here book. You can get this whole set for $39.99, which is some good stuff. Makes a great gift, either for the cigar box guitar lover in your wife, or possibly the significant other of a cigar box builder who might like something nice. Or if you are a cigar box guitar builder, and perhaps if you are the husband of a person who sometimes might get a little annoyed at how much time and money you spend on cigar box guitar building, well, maybe a nice gift box would help smooth things over. I'm just saying. I don't know, can't hurt, right? Another new thing just added for $6.99, I gotta come up for a close-up on this, is a new style of box corner. brass plated. Nice decorative design, set of 8 of them with mounting screws for $6.99. Do not use soap as slide. What the heck are you guys talking about over there, Nicholas?
I just said that you can't use the soap as slides, and not to ask us how we know that. Well, don't prove me wrong here.
I was going to ask you how you know that.
Well, it's got plastic on it. Take the plastic off, and
Take
we'll
the
find out
plastic
how long it works.
All right. A couple of other things. A lot of you have already started snapping these up. These Carlos Toronto cigar boxes. Very colorful, sturdy, well-built, nice inset hardware. They're beautiful boxes. Shane actually featured a builder submission of a guitar, electric guitar, built using these. They do have thick MDF tops, so they are better for electric guitars. We've been trying to sell these at $9.99 for a while, and you know, we sold a good few, but turns out we got a lot of them. Like, even with the 30 that we shipped out today, there's still like 170 of the damn things. So we marked them down half price, $4.99. You can get these boxes, and I'll tell you what, like one guy bought 18 of them, so he also got free shipping, and it's going to like Washington, so kind of break even on some of these, but that's all right. Moving these boxes out, they don't do one damn bit of good sitting on our shelves here. You know, they need to be out there having guitars made out of them. So that's what we're doing. We're getting them out there. And that'll pretty much be until they're gone. I'd say we're gonna run this half price special until there ain't no more.
Must go, must go.
While supplies last. All right, and another thing, I just took the listing live right before the show. Maybe you remember these. These are the Camacho Liberty boxes. As you can see, these things are massive. They're like 15.5 by 9 by 3.5. For a while, we were making Shane's foot stompers using these. But these have solid Spanish cedar panels. There's no plywood or anything involved in this. They're all solid Spanish cedar, including the top. And it turned out, you know...
It's young cedar, too.
Well, you know, Spanish cedar is a sappy, oily wood. And we found with some of them that some of that sap, maybe you can see like here in the corner, it's a little darker. Some of that sap would kind of ooze out because, as Keith asks, yes, the boxes are all wood, solid wood. And so some of the top, some of the paint bubbled a little bit because some of that sap and oil was underneath there. But what I found, and actually I think a couple of others have done this, if you take the lid off, it's got beautiful inset hinges here, cabinet hinges. God only knows what it actually cost to make these boxes when Camacho had them made.
Cigars would retail for around like 30, I think.
$30 per cigar, and there were a lot of flipping cigars in
They
here.
were all individual coffins.
And every one of these boxes is numbered. This is number 1065 out of 2000. So pretty special stuff. But anyway, you take this lid off, and if you've got a planer, what I did out in the shop, I actually ran it through the planer because the lid panel is about 3/8 of an inch thick, which is a little thick for an acoustic guitar. You know, you want it thinner to get good sound out of it.
Right.
I ran it through the planer to thin it down to take this top surface right down to bare wood, and then I actually used the printer we had to print a scene on there. I believe, I think Louis, is Louis out there?
I saw him. I haven't seen him. We had
well,
a couple of chats going on.
I think we sent Louis one that had the Declaration of Independence signing printed on it, and he built a beautiful guitar out of that. So
Jim made a big guitar out of one too.
Jim Morris did?
Yeah.
Oh, I tell you what. Anyway, these are back on sale now, a little bit less than they used to be because these are the ones that have some of that sap and oil issue.
Still amazing box.
Amazing, still amazing, highly usable for wonderful heirloom grade guitars. So for $19.99, for 20 bucks, you can get one of those solid Spanish cedar limited edition giant cigar boxes. Because like I said, they don't do any darn good sitting on a shelf here. So I want to get them out there and get people building. So I think that's all the new stuff so far. I still got a couple of new kits I'm working on. That little bitty kit that I did some prototyping on the other day. The kit version of this hubcap resonator guitar and some other good stuff. It's just been so hard in the warm weather. I've been focused on all sorts of things like gardening and landscaping, and now I'm getting into indoor mushroom growing, all sorts of good stuff. You know, one likes to stay busy.
Yes.
Can't be out riding trains, so I gotta do something else. Anyway, yeah, a lot more good stuff on the way. Stay tuned. And it's enough talking out of me. So we've got a video for you now. It's our good buddy Shane, who I think is out there. Is he commenting as Cigar Box Nation?
No, I have to refresh. I haven't seen Shane yet.
Oh, all right. Anyway, here he is talking about tuning one of his guitars to a G7 tuning. It's 4-string tuning that kind of automatically gives you that bluesy sound. So take a look.
Hey, it's Shane Spiel, and I got a really cool new tuning for you. It is a 4-string 7th tuning. It is a G7th, and it is tuned G, D, F, B. It's basically the same thing as an open G 4-string, where open G would be G, D, G, B, and it would sound like this. Well, all we're doing is lowering the 3rd string down 1 step to an F. Now, here's the cool thing about it. We're talking about blues, okay? And I do so much blues with my band. Well, we started using this tuning for a couple new songs that we're writing, and it gives us this cool, like, jazzy blues, Hound Dog Taylor feel to it, especially when using the slide. Because whenever we're used to playing an open G, if you do a slide up to the 5th fret, it sounds like just a G major chord. But if you're using a 7th tuning, it gives you, and it gives that dropped F. So, let me give you a riff to try out with this. The riff starts out with the old blues progression. And what I'm doing is I'm only playing the first 2 strings here. And I am strumming the first 2 strings, and I'm kind of dampening the other strings with my finger, or fingers, or whatever I can use to dampen them. And I'm taking my index finger, 2nd string, 2nd fret, 2nd string, 3rd fret. That's all the fretting you need. The old Sesame Street blues riff. So, you play the Sesame Street blues riff 4 times. And then go up to that 5th fret and go, and then go back down to the open. We're going to hit that 7th fret here. 6, 5. Let me play it the whole way through. So now you see where I put the slide. It goes like this. So much fun. There's a lot of things we could explore with this, but just get yourself one of your 4-string Cigar Box guitars and tune it G, D, F, B. And in case you want to know what strings I use, if you have a regular pack of electric guitar strings, use the A, D, G, and B string. Thank you very much. My name is Shane Spiel. Thank you to my sponsor, Boom, cbgiddy.com. Okay, until next time, check out shanespiel.com. See you soon.
Hey, we're back. So I was not playing a G7 tuning there. Danny and I just started picking out a little bit of a it's like, hey, that's Bob Marley.
man.
Yeah, a little
Oh,
pirate.
I
just
worshipped Bob Marley in high school.
Yeah, don't blame you.
Yeah.
So what have you been working out in the shop all week, Dan? What have you been working on out there?
Well, a lot of the necks I've been working on these quite a bit. Not this exact
Oh
type.
yeah, that's a Gary DeRozier's neck
Yes.
there, but the
Yeah.
well, the style of neck that goes in most of our kits, actually. And
Yep.
You've been doing a lot of fretting out there.
Yes. Yep. Yep.
So, you know, being fairly new to all of this, I was wondering what's your favorite thing about making these necks, and then what's your least favorite?
Well, my favorite would have to be, I think, just buffing them up, because there's something very rounding them and buffing them up. Just because there's something very satisfying when it looks like a wood grain. You can see those saw marks, and then boom, they're gone.
Make
And
it
looks
nice and smooth. And
Take all the ugly away and put on some pretty.
well, that's good.
Yeah.
And you've used this style of neck in all of your own builds so far, right?
Yes. Yep. There was a few I made a few cosmetic boo-boos on, and I've gotten a lot better at it. But
Building your ice.
yeah. But a few of the early ones, there was a few, so I used them for my own.
Yeah.
I saved them aside for my own use. Because I don't care about the cosmetics. I'm ugly, so I might as well have an ugly guitar.
Well, you know, if it sounds good, or
Yeah.
as long as it makes you happy, that's
Yep.
what matters, you know.
Yep.
So, what's your least favorite part about working on these necks?
I don't know what it is, but filing these into
Yeah, dressing the fret ends.
And I'll tell you why. Because for some reason, whenever I do it, I get sleepy. It's like I don't know what it is, and yeah, it's like.
Well, you do a few thousand of them, and it
Yeah,
gets a
yeah,
little
yeah.
boring. It turns out. But,
Yeah.
Well, we're glad you're out there making them, because we certainly make and sell and ship a lot of these necks, not just as part of our kits, but individually as well. They really do make it easier to build a fretted cigar box guitar. You know, almost all of the hard work, the tricky bits, have been done for you. So, yeah, buddy. Speaking of tricky bits, well, not really even tricky bits. As many of you know, our good buddy Glenn Watt, who is now down amongst the hills of eastern Tennessee, used to do a series of things called one-string lessons, or one-finger lessons, where he would take a 3-string GDG cigar box guitar, similar to this one I'm holding and the one Dan's holding, and show you how to play a song with one finger. Well, we got an email earlier this week from a buddy of ours, Bill Goutet, who said, hey, could you get Glenn to do a lesson, one-finger lesson for You Are My Sunshine? Like, well, that's a good idea. Unfortunately, Glenn's kind of off the grid and no longer with us here at CB Giddy, so he can't do it, but I promised Bill that I would do it. I'd show you how to play You Are My Sunshine with just one finger. So Nick, I don't know how close you can zoom it in here, but I'd like them to be able to see the fretboard. And before we zoom in like that, I just want to say, if you know a song, like most of us already know, whoa, that's a little too close, Lord of mercy. I gotta trim my nose hair. Most of us know the song You Are My Sunshine. So if you can strum your open G there, G to G, and try to find the starting note so you can sing it. You are my sunshine. Yeah, it's a little high for me, but we're gonna make it work. With a simple song like that, and of course you can go on Google and type in You Are My Sunshine chords, and you'll find all sorts of renditions of it. Most of them, though, are going to only have 3 chords. If it's in the key of G, those 3 chords will be G, or the root chord, C, or the 4th, and D, the 5th. And a lot of songs only have those 3 chords in it. The 1, 4, 5, you know, the basic building block chords. So, on a 3-string cigar box guitar, such as this, to play a G chord, you strum open without touching any frets. To play a C chord, you're going to hold all 3 strings down at the 5th fret. And to play a D chord, you're going to do the same thing up at the 7th fret. So if you know your song only has those 3 chords in it, G, C, and D, there's only 3 places where you could potentially put your finger, even off, 5th, or 7th. So you start strumming, and you kind of need to know the song already, or at least how to sing it in your head for this to work. You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy. Now right there, something changed, right? It's called being able to hear the change. Like, the chord needs to go somewhere else because the open G doesn't really sound quite right anymore. So, there's only 2 places you could go. Either a C chord at the 5th fret or a D chord at the 7th fret. So we're going to try it here. We're going to see if a D fits. You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy. No, that's not right. So you've eliminated D. There's only one other thing you can try. So we're going to try a C chord at the 5th fret. You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy when skies are gray. Then it goes back to the G. So what I'm trying to convey here is that by using your ear, you can figure out some of these simple 3-chord songs without needing a lesson, without needing anyone to show you how. But in this case, and also, like I said, if you search on Google for the chord, like song name plus the word chords, you can find the chords out there. And if you already know G, C, and D, you can play a lot of them. But in this case, I'm going to step through the verse and the chorus. How's the verse start? I can think how the second verse starts. Anyway,
Yeah.
we'll just do what we know. All right, here we go. You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. Going up the 5th. Make me happy when skies are open. Back to the 5th. Never know, dear, how much I open. Please don't take up to 7th, my sunshine away. I still do love me and keep me happy. That you'd never be untrue. But now you've gone and loved another, and you've left me oh so blue. You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy when skies are gray. You'll never know, dear, how much I love you. Please don't take my sunshine away. Please don't take my sunshine away. So, one finger, barring all 3 strings, either open at the 5th fret or the 7th fret. If you get that basic setup into your head, you can play a lot of songs in the key of G.
So
Now,
simple, even Danny Woodman can
so simple, so easy.
do it. Yeah.
Actually, even our good friend Charlie Boyle, who was more of a singer than a musician, worked out a couple of songs on the cigar box guitar I gave him. So just another quick example, Amazing Grace. Most of us know that. Oh, I see Ma Giddy out there. Hi, Ma. Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. I once was lost, but now I'm found. Was blind, but now I see. So again, that's a 3-chord song. You just need that one finger, either unfretted, 5th fret, or 7th fret. And as Nick says, Glenn did record a number of them. They are still on YouTube. I was actually thinking earlier today about maybe extending that series, figuring out the camera angle so that it would show a good close-up, and then maybe have a diagram below that.
I already got you covered. I did it with Glenn once.
See, we got things. That's the thing about having done all of this stuff for however many years now.
Yeah.
There's a lot of things already in the bag. So many in the bag that we forget even where the bag is sometimes.
I loved that. I made a really awesome camera hoist for the Mevo once, and we were so excited so we can get down shots,
down from above.
and we never used it.
I used it once.
Did you?
And I did a similar thing here, but that was in the old Juke Shack. Times, they
The
are
old
changing, by
closet.
God. Alright, we got another video for you now. This one, I believe, from our good buddy Kale over at Pornis. Is this from the archives?
This is not from the archives. It's one of the more recent ones he sent me.
We haven't run it before?
I don't believe we've run it before.
Well, hot diggity darn. So this is Burning Love?
Oh, Burning
Give me
Love.
love, love, love. No, that's Careless. No, that's... Anyway, let's let him sing it.
Hey guys, Sunday morning, and you notice with the scenery's a little different because we rearranged the studio, painted the walls back here behind me, and so first video in the new rearranged studio. And additionally, you notice my hair is different because amongst all the boredom, my wife decided to braid it for me. So I have braids in right now. So look at that. So anyway, it is Sunday morning. It's time for the Sunday song, and let's light those morning skies with Burning Love. All right, here we go. Lord Almighty, I feel my temperature rising. Higher and higher, it's burning through to my soul. Girl, 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 now you're gonna set me on fire. My brain is flaming and I don't know
stuff as usual. And speaking of good stuff, we now have another installment of
Nick's picks.
Nick's Picks.
Hey, what's up, guys? I gotta turn this around so that you can actually see me. So there we go. Maybe I'll put this on this screen here. Just for right now.
DIY TV, folks.
I'm good at this, I swear. All right, so I've got a in the spirit of Watt Corner, I have a couple of builds from the community here. Just a couple, not really any stories that go along with them. Just some that stood out as I was putting them up through the gallery. This first one is from Chris A. And let's see, y'all. You can kind of see here he's used one of our 8.5 by 12, 9 by 12.
Sure, why not? Yes.
Box
9 by
kits. I'm sorry, we have so many of those box kits, I forget which one. He used one of those for the body, and one of our pre-fretted 25-inch necks, and a Juke Shack pickup. Some camo cups. So this guitar it stood out. He painted it himself. Some really good. Let me see if I can get a close
Looks good
up.
in blue. And what's under the bridge there? Is that a little license plate or something?
It does, yes. The little license plates. He said that were from when he was a kid. He kept the
like
hung
on
to 'em, and
on your BMX bike, you could get the little license plates. Yeah.
Yeah.
Those were the days, my friend.
Gonna get a close up of this. Sorry, guys, live TV.
We thought they'd never end.
Yeah,
We'd
that's
sing and
something.
dance forever and a day. Just
Um,
feeling dead air, folks.
So there we go. But no, that's that's how it goes. I just liked the whole aesthetic. The Juke Shack pickup there in the center. That's hard to say when you're trying to say Juke Shack.
Juke Shack.
And of course the 6-sided die as the potentiometer now.
Yeah, buddy.
Looking good. Thank you for the submission, Chris. The next one up. There was actually this was another picture from that build. The auto push pull here. That would explain why it's not changing.
It's hard to talk and mash buttons.
It is hard to talk and mash buttons. So this one you actually see he put a reverb spring on the inside and did some bracing. Now it's a good picture. One of the reasons why I included it is to show you the kind of bracing you can get away with on the outskirts of the guitar to give it a little bit of strength, a little bit of resistance against the tension, but not lose a whole lot of the vibration from the center of the instrument. So by putting it on the ends, you end up getting quite a bit of strength, I think. That's how I based the Tin Pan Alley off of. Next up, we've got a lap steel from Chuck B. And I just thought it looked pretty. That gold hardware with one of our clear acrylic fretboards with a pearl underlay. There's no close-up of this one. What? Ben's over there laughing.
Keep going.
Apparently I'm tripping over my words. It's always good to have hecklers in the audience.
Hey, you call that a guitar?
So anyway, that's a cool lap steel.
That's beautiful. It looks like black walnut or a heck of a stain job.
It looks. I think it's painted. There wasn't any in-depth notes on this one.
We've got our 2x4 lap steel kit, and ever since we put it out, I've been thinking we need to do a deluxe lap steel kit with a nice plank of like 6/4 or 8/4 high-end wood and all of that, because there's really some beautiful things that can be done, and that perloid fretboard looks so good on there. Lord of mercy.
And just the way that the gold hardware just pops. Really. So now this is a gentleman named Dean R. This is his first build. He's been sending me a couple of questions over the last couple of weeks. Now it's hard to see in that picture. this is one he bought parts from us, but in the meantime he got a little impatient, so we went to the hardware store and picked up some parts. You see, he's got a bolt with a nut as a bridge. He's got baling wire or some sort of steel gauge wire on this guitar. You can see where he's used a screw as a tuner and a C clamp.
Pipe clamp as a nut there, yeah. Clever.
Yeah, and you know it would still sound all right. I
Sure.
imagine if you can scrape along it. This next one is Gino D. We'll start off with
6-stringer, huh?
yes. This one I started off with the bridge because of the railroad tie that they've used.
Oh, a spike there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
railroad
buddy.
spike. Yep.
It looks like a mini spike though, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Arrowgauge
It
or
looks
trolley
like it's a,
spike.
Yeah.
he used shotgun shells as the volume and
tone,
tone knobs, and I believe some of our chrome speaker wire speaker covers
Yeah.
that he removed the chrome finish off and rusted off. The headstock is one of the reasons, the main reasons why I included it in this build. It's built into the body on the bottom of the guitar. It's inlaid into it. It just stood out so much.
And it's got like a post, like a cello almost, that it stands on.
It looks like it's embedded.
That post at the bottom,
Oh,
it's like
yeah.
how a cello stands up off the ground. Do we have a picture of the neck and whatnot? Yeah, buddy.
The neck they used 2 yardsticks. Looks like.
Beautiful.
It's a very long box. I think the next one is a full view down. Yeah.
So a headless,
They use an old Victorian door hinge.
yeah.
Drilled the holes through it. Old bolt. This is just a beautiful. And there's the whole thing there.
Well,
Just
that's
a
pretty-
beautiful 6-string.
If we were having a contest, that would be in the running. I ain't gonna lie. That's pretty cool.
And of course some Giddy hardware on there. The next up, I think the last series. Now this, I know, let me preface, this isn't guitars. But sometimes we get projects that just kind of stand out and shows what you can do with these. Using our candle cups for their original purpose. This person has taken these and made some incredible candle holders.
Yeah.
And, wood carved or burned and painted. Just some beautiful pieces.
Interesting motifs.
Yeah.
Hey, old Canada, eh?
So yeah, that's just a small smattering of customer builds. We'll have more in the future, and I'm turned out to be as verbose as Watt Corner, but nothing will ever match Watt Corner in the terms of entertainment value.
Well, I chatted with Glenn last week, I think, and he's starting to maybe think maybe he might be able to get back into doing a little video making. So we hold out hopes that is in fact true. So thanks, Nick, for pulling those out. It's cool to see some things. I'm hoping, one of my hopes with this Cigar Box crafting book, a lot of us, certainly we here at CB Giddy, I get empty boxes by the pallet from the big mail order houses, and we never know what we're going to get, so we end up with a lot of cigar boxes that we can't use for amps or guitars or ukuleles or whatnot. So figuring out other things to do with them, and sometimes you might need a little break from guitars. So to build a cool clock or a birdhouses are pretty easy to make. Hey, I see Edward Bell out there watching. Hey Ed, how you doing? Alright, we got another video for you now. This one's digging way down in the alley. Here, we're going way down the alley and pulling out a clip of our good buddy Ron Benway doing a song at the 13 Dead Men concert that we had here at Giddy a few years back now, 5+ years back, I think.
I've only been here 4, so about 3.
3 years back. It's got to be more than it was before.
I've only been here 4 years,
It
and I
was
was here
before
for
him for her. Anyway, yeah, it's been a while. And this is a song, Flood Season, that Ron did. I'm not sure if he wrote this one.
I'm not sure.
Might
I
be.
just love it so much.
But anyway, here's Ron Benway, and I think the rest of us standing by.
This is a song. This song's called Flood Season. It's about change. It's about things that change, and because everything's going to change. You just better be ready for it when it changes. And I'll tell you what the death is. As the crow flies softly, he will go to you. He will go. As the pain grows sharply, you will turn to me. We will know. We will know where we were when the floods began. There will be no holding back. Can everybody go back? Back. Very good. There'll be more of that, don't we? Ready for the death? Now as your boat fills with water, you will swim to me, but I will row. Life-giving water fills your nostril holes, then down below. Down below where every question will be answered soon, about why such things occur. Everyone, occur. Aunts and uncles, dads and mothers, very soon they'll all discover you and what you do. As I bite down quietly on my lip tonight, the red will flow. Fresh dripping blood in my sadistic mouth. Where will it go? Will I spit that waiting stain on your white duvet? Shall I simply choke it down? Aunts and uncles, dads and mothers, very soon they'll all discover you and what you do. That's on my record called Open Range. You can get that on Bandcamp. Ron Benway, everyone.
Hey, there we're back. So that's about all we got for you today. Thank you for watching and playing along. All those new products. Somebody mentioned that the Camacho box isn't showing up as live on the site.
Don't know why it didn't show up in the first place.
It's fixing to be. It's fixing to be live on there and available. So thanks for watching and playing along. Stay tuned. There's more good stuff a-coming. Not during this show, but in general. You know, in general. I know the world isn't getting any less crazy and uncertain, but we can keep on building, keep on playing, be kind to each other, and hopefully it'll all work out all right, huh? Hey, what else can you do?
That's all you can do. We're all in this together anyway.
But it's the Katie Gang Show on Cigar Station TV. I said the Katie thing I was going to mention. What do y'all think about taking the show to 3 o'clock on Fridays instead of 2? The only reason we ever really did it at 2 was because Glenn got off at 3:30, and we weren't about to mess with that. But with the the moving on of Glenn,
Wow.
we could take it
That
to
got
3.
dark.
We could take it to 3 a little bit later. Give us a little more time to prepare and get through the business of the day. So let us know what you think about that.
I would like that time. If you would like that time,
I would too.
Put up
I
a
ain't gonna
poll.
lie.
But it would honestly keep the show going.
Well, there's that. Well, we come to you live. That's why I thought of this, because this verse. Well, we come to you live every Friday afternoon at 2, but we're thinking about 3. Yeah, well, we come to you live every Friday afternoon at 2. But what you think about 3? Well, if we don't see you, don't know what we'll do. I have to rewrite that verse though if we go to 3. It's Giddy Gang Show. Giddy Gang Show. It's the Giddy Gang Show. Giddy Gang Show. It's the Giddy Gang Show. Giddy Gang Show. It's the Giddy Gang Show. Whoa, whoa. Giddy Gang Show. Well, it's the Giddy Gang Show on Cigar Box Nation TV. Got your G harp handy there, Danny? Give us another one. Why not? One more time now. It's the Giddy Gang Show. Giddy Gang Show. It's the Giddy Gang Show. Giddy Gang Show. It's the Giddy Gang